Some really crazy stuff has been happening to my life lately, and I didn't even believe it when it was actually happening to me. So if you're feeling skeptical by this title, just stick around, hang on, and then you'll get what I mean. Crazy stuff doesn't happen to my life very often because I feel like I live a pretty tamed life, okay? I'm also an introvert, so I keep to myself, despite what you see here on the interwebs, which is why I make YouTube videos, because I don't need to talk to anybody. But it all kind of just expedited when I went through this Reiki video. I was in a very, difficult place in life. Backstory, I have been going through a breakup this year and it's been rough. Done all the healing, I've done all the internal work, I've done the, eat, pray, love. Usually I'm a pretty patient person, but not for this, okay? My life, I needed to get it going again, okay? And I was tired of feeling like crappy. There was just this feeling that was weighing on me and I was like, I don't know what this is, but I can't get rid of it. It's like bad vibes. When you hang out with people who are bad vibes and then you leave the room, you go home and you're like, oh, things were starting to kind of pick up again. I was seeing the sun, but I still had this weighing energy on me. Basically, it made no sense that I still had that feeling. I swear it wasn't me. And it wasn't the people around me either, okay? I only surround myself by the good people of this world. And I was really open at this point to just try anything and everything. So I've just been on this kind of sort of start-up ramp of saying yes to a lot of things in my life. It's kind of been working out, and this new surge, new energy of being so, dare I say, daring, adventurous only comes in certain chapters of my life, okay? I'm a very long game person. I strategize, I think, I plan, okay? I'm hardly the yes girl. One night, those 2 a.m. thoughts hit, and I'm like, ugh, why am I still feeling this way? And I remember once, probably last year or something, I can't remember, when I was scrolling through TikTok, I saw something came up on my For You page of this person who did Reiki feeling I felt something from that. What was that about? I don't know, but I'm also a very curious person. I'm gonna pull on that thread now. Lo and behold, there's a whole entire community on here for that whole aspect of life. Of course there is. And there is this one person, she does these ASMR videos, and she has a Reiki ASMR video. Now, before we continue, I must mention that I don't like ASMR. I really, really, really don't like it. I know that's a lot of people's thing. Why are you all up in my ear, And it feels too personal. Organizational ASMR, very nice. Maybe chopping, some cooking, okay. But people talking ASMR, if you enjoy that, can you please comment down below? What is it that you like so much about it? Because I digress. So I respect it. I'm let's see where this takes me. Why not? I'm tucked in bed, dark and everything, feeling the feels, and I'm I was right. It creeped me out so much because it starts off with her. She's here, and then she starts doing these hand movements. This angle's bad, okay, but she looks cuter. She's beautiful. I am no, I'm gonna push through. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it all the way. And I like experimenting. I'm gonna push through this discomfort because through discomfort there is growth. And then she starts doing this. It's called it's like a cutting cord Reiki situation. At this point of my breakup process, I'm pretty much I'm okay. Nothing will surprise me at this point, I already know how I feel, but I did not expect to feel all of what I felt in the last months of this breakup process all at once in one video. It all just so if you try this, prepare for that, where it all just bubbled in me and then just exploded. It felt like a purge. She proper Marie Kondo'd everything out of my system. And I feel I have something close to hyperphantasia, which is just where you can see a lot of things. That sounds, okay, this is how I described it to my sister yesterday. If I say that there is a unicorn on grass, and then there's a slide, and then the unicorn slides down the slides and then invites its 2 friends to slide down the slide. Do you see that in your head? Because I do, and she does, my sister does, but some people don't have that. But anyways, the reason why I bring that up is because while she's doing this whole cutting cord process, I'm kind of trying my hardest to relax. I'm trying hard to trust this lady. Honestly, the thumbnail scared me because I was she might curse me. And I'm scared. I'm in my bed trying to listen to her, and she's now we're cutting the cord. Snip. She has proper scissors. Closing my eyes, and I can visually see these cords and everything that had been weighing on me get cut and I'm like, okay, I'm letting go. I proper like bawled my eyes out, you guys. I seriously did not expect that at all. That was a very strange experience. I felt like physical pain. Please tell me there is someone else out there that would experience something like this. Something is so emotional or something is so visual to you that you actually physically experience that. That's how I felt, okay? And it was like just oddly painful, like very unexpectedly oddly painful. Anyways, I went to bed drained from this experience, really overwhelmed. Okay, was that it? Like, sure. I don't know if that took the weight off me, but maybe that was like corners in my soul that needed to be swept that I missed the first time. She helped me sweep them. I'm okay with that. And then the next morning came around and I woke up and I felt like I breathed air that I hadn't breathed in months. You know, like there's a moment before you are like fully conscious where you're just like trying to grasp where you are and like your whole orientation and everything. It was in that like millisecond moment where I was like, my chest felt lighter. It felt like I didn't know I was carrying this like 100-pound rucksack for months, and then I took it off overnight and I'm like, I'm free, a whole new world. I was like, okay, weird, sure. Don't know if that had to do with the video, but I'll take it. And then so I was just checking in throughout the rest of the day and I was like, no wait. It was like more than a month that I've been feeling this like extra weight. You know, like you have the breakup weight, the not physical, you know, the mental, the soul weight. To be fair, maybe it was also because I was trying really hard to follow the video. I was trying really hard to cleanse my energy. Like I don't think you could do this without the intention of wanting to let go of something. You know, if you're in a place where you're still like, you want to hold on to the memories, you want to hold on to the good old days, you want to, you know, like you're not ready to let go yet. This is not the moment, the phase of your life for you, but it is for me. Like I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to live my best life. Shortly after, I also cut my hair, and spiritually people believe that when you cut your hair, you're also like cutting off old negative energy during like around Chinese New Year time. Chinese people also believe that, you know, when you cut your hair, you're also like bringing in new good fortunes and good luck for yourself. It just lined up really nicely. So, you know, when you like leave the salon or you leave the hairdressers, you just feel refreshed. It was like an extra boost of energy of that. So I was feeling really good. And then a crazy amount of coincidences just ensued after that point. There are some coincidences that happened that were just like little small ones. Nothing like super mind-blowing, although to me it was mind-blowing because I don't believe in coincidences. Like, I think everything happens for a reason, you know? There was this one moment where I was walking with my sister. Her name is Nat. My name is Nikki. And we were walking and a car literally passed us with the license plate Nick Nat. And I tried really hard to capture the picture of it, so all I have is like a blurry picture. This is my receipt. I know it's not much to go off of, but anyways, that was like a small thing. I met so many new people in the following 3 weeks after that video than I had in the last 6 months of this whole year. Now, that was probably the biggest new wave of change that this Reiki ritual, this whole last ceremony has brought me, because only 1 out of literally 10, I counted for you, was planned. The rest of it just stacked one after another, just like things just kept happening. And this is a big deal for me because I'm an introvert, so I don't necessarily like put myself out there. Meet up, no. I like to stay here. I like to create. My whole world is up in here, my head is in the clouds, and this is what I love to do. But just like so many social things started happening. For example, like one of my childhood friends came back to the city and I managed to catch her on a 4-day window, and I hadn't seen her in like 10 plus years. Just so happens one day I was on my Instagram and I just caught her story that she is back in town, and I was like, hey, let's meet up. And coincidentally, her friend was going to a bar opening that was a soft opening, so that was already like, okay, that's so fun. And then there was this like 2-week period that a serious fever dream like life was just playing out right in front of my eyes. One of my other friends came back to town for a very short period of time as well. I think I hadn't seen her in over like 3 years, 4 years or so, and I also just caught her in this like small window that she was here. Right before meeting, we just Googled like a random cafe. I think she Googled it, and we had both never been there before. And because we stayed for so long, just so happens that the owner of this cafe was there, and then we got to talking to her, and she's super, super nice, super sweet person. And then coincidentally, it was also her birthday. Randomly, she was like, hey, you guys want some cake? My friend was like, whose birthday is it? She's like, it's mine. And we're like, oh, happy birthday, woo. We made a new friend that day, and that was so cute, so sweet. That doesn't happen to me, like, at all. Maybe because I don't talk to people enough, but just so happens that day we got like a free drink, cake. Fast forward a week later, where my friend is almost about to leave, we told this cafe owner that we are going to see her again before my friend leaves. The second time that we met at the cafe, it was pouring outside. Like, it is typhoon season over here, pouring. Before meeting my friend, we were like, hey, are you sure you want to meet? And then we kind of like went back and forth on the phone for a second. We're like, I'm cool if you're cool with it. So one of us had to make that decision. And because I've been on this yes binge of life, I was like, you know what? Let's just meet and see where the day goes. Normally, if it's pouring outside, I'm very quick to be like, nope, see you next time, when it's sunnier, when I don't have to get drenched and soaked in the rain. See ya, never, bye. No, this time I was like, yes. Let's go through the rain. We'll run in if we have to. I will dance into the rain if we must, but we will see each other again. The reason why I say this is because this whole day almost didn't happen. Our plan was to meet at the cafe for a hot second, then to leave for dinner, and then possibly, well, I wanted to go to a bar that night. I didn't know if she wanted to. Because we're like having such a good time, we decide to just like kind of skip dinner and just have like little snacks at the cafe here and there. So as we're about to wrap up, the owner goes, hey, my friend is doing a sake tasting. You guys want to come? We look at each other. We're like, okay. But we were like, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't intrude. This seems like a serious thing. So we get there, and I'm thinking it's like, I don't know, small little thing where like people are like really like serious, and they're like, yes. No, I got there, and because we got there like a little bit later than everyone else, like everyone had been drinking at this point. So everyone was like super happy, real drunk, like karaoke and everything. And I realized it's like this private restaurant, and it's not open because I'm with the owners, and they're all so nice too. The minute we get there, they're all like, hey, come drink, come join us. Here you go, here's some sake. Have you eaten yet? Like, they were gonna feed us, you guys. They were gonna feed us. But I was polite, so I was like, no, it's okay. I've eaten. And then we just start drinking. Just start going at it. And there wasn't a moment where our mini sake cups weren't filled. And I was like, wow, I needed to be around this energy. Haven't felt this energy in a long time. And at one point, someone goes, do you guys play beer pong? And me being a little bit like tipsy already, I'm like, I'm an expert at beer pong. So then someone goes, okay, let's go. And I'm like, what do you mean? So everyone just like packs up. Like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know where we're going. I'll follow the group. We end up at this soft opening of a bar that apparently one of those 10 people or a couple of them also are in charge of. We end up playing beer pong. There's darts. There's like free flow alcohol. Like, oh, it's not free. It's not free. They were nice. They were nice and they offered. I took it. I'm not gonna pass that up. It didn't end there, because after that, we also ended up at this closed restaurant yum cha spot, and I don't think I've ever had drunk yum cha before. I've had drunk McDonald's before. I've had drunk snacks, sushi, maybe some fish balls, but I've never gotten drunk and then gone to a secret yum cha spot where like you proper have to like do a secret like knock to get in, because apparently you're not allowed to go in if you don't know the owner. That was a fever dream of a night. What started as a day that almost didn't happen because it was raining ended up with me meeting a whole bunch of new people, making friends with them. Also, I'm going to a karaoke tonight because of the connections and friends that I met from that night, which is like insane. So maybe tonight another whole series of things will ensue, but that is kind of where that led me onto, and just many other coincidences. Like, I mean, that was just one example of this whole fever dream of a month that's been happening. I've also been on more boats than I have in the last like 3 years or so, which is like, to be fair, a common activity here. There's also like a crazy coincidence that includes this like really cute guy, but I will keep that for another time, slash it's too soon to tell. So maybe that'll be another story time video. Safe to say that the lesson here learned is that when one door closes, another door opens, or when many cords get cut, there is room for and space for new ones to form. Wow, so wholesome. Now listen, this is not me advising you that doing Reiki or doing any kind of these things is going to automatically heal your heartbreak. No, this was a lot of work on my part. But this is just me sharing my experience with this whole situation, and so don't come for me. If you're like, I tried this video too and nothing happened for my life, like, okay, I don't know. I don't control your fate. I don't know. And I really wasn't sure if I wanted to share this story because I don't usually do story times, but this was such a fun experience and I really wanted to share it with you guys in case you guys also have like fever dream moments that happen after a certain thing triggers it. Please let me know in the comments down below. I'm so curious. But I've just been sharing these stories and this whole like journey with my best friends. Hi Mel. And we've just both been like fangirling over every little thing that's been happening. It's just been so much fun. So I hope that this video brings you some comfort. I hope that if you do end up trying the Reiki, and like I'll link it down below, and something crazy happens too, you have to let me know. It's just the rule here now. We're gonna share like this. And if you are going through heartbreak, I feel for you, I empathize, and it will get better. Cut those cords, close the door, and get up. Get up, start moving again. It's time to like get out from under the covers and explore your whole new world. Thanks for listening to my story. Thanks for letting me share it. I hope that I can do more story times. I hope more crazy things happen because I'm all about it now. Like Aries in me is really just like firing up, you know? It feels good because I have not felt this part of me in a long time. So I hope that I can keep telling you stories and yeah, stick around for crazy new adventures to come. See you next time. Bye!